Hey soldiers, here we go again. We got another big business, this time a retailer, Target, engaging in social and political issues to their financial detriment. Now you might be asking yourself, why do these corporations continue to do this? Well, it's funny you ask. We actually have produced a short documentary that we're going to release here over the weekend that answers that very question. Why these companies all of a sudden, en masse, have decided to push social issues over and above just selling their wares. Pushing social issues to the point where it's actually not only alienating one part of the society, but in the case of Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light, alienating the left, the social left, and the social right. Think about the report we did on the fact that the LGBTQ plus community out in California, they're saying, you know what? We're not going to sell Anheuser-Busch products in our establishments anymore because they don't respect us. So they're saying that. And then on the other hand, of course, you have the right, the social right, boycotting the beer. So they're literally at a point right now, Anheuser-Busch, where they cannot give away Bud Light. Is Target going to suffer a similar fate? Well, maybe, maybe not. We're going to delve into it. Now, you might be asking yourself, why do these companies continue to engage in this behavior? Why don't they just sell their wares and make their money and serve the entire community instead of just genuflecting toward, one aspect of it at a time? Well, we're going to answer that question in a short documentary that I've produced. We're going to release it over the weekend. It's going to answer that very question for you, so stay tuned for that. Listen, I want to thank, we've already got members. Yes, the Soldiers of Finance channel has a member section. It's called the Officers Club. That's where soldiers go to get promoted. That thing is so chock full of value. We are actually having, we've got exclusive videos on that part of the channel that are taking you through learning more about how money works. It's a deep dive. So I encourage you to go take a look at that. Join. You are not going to find a better value anywhere on this YouTube platform. I promise you that. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't even become a soldier yet, then you need to hit the subscribe button, enlist, become a Soldier of Finance. Let me know you did so in the comments. I will salute you. Now, everybody, please do me a big favor. Me to you. I need you to do this. Hit the thumbs up. That thumbs up is such a powerful move that you can make. Basically says to the algorithm, push this content out there. Make it more widely available. All right. So Target loses $9 billion in a week following boycott calls over LGBTQ-friendly kids' clothing, all right? Now, as an adult, I don't care what you do. As long as you do it with another consenting adult, or you could do it with a group of consenting adults. I don't care, all right? Live your life. That's what liberty is all about, right? I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to like it. But if you're not breaking any laws, do you? But when it comes to children, I think that anyone promoting any type of sexually themed behaviors when it comes to children, all right, who are supposed to be enjoying the brief period of innocence that they may have in their lives, okay, there'll be time for people to make up their minds as to what they want to adopt in terms of sexuality, sexual preference, that sort of thing. Plenty of time to do that, which has been something that has existed for ages. Alexander the Great, it is reputed that he, had bisexual leanings, and I'm sure he arrived at that conclusion on his own. So even way back then, what about all of the people before now who didn't need this to be taught in elementary schools for them to conclude, hey, look, I want to adopt this sexuality or that sexuality. Fine. When nature knocks on your door and starts to have that conversation with you, as has been done with humankind since time immemorial, then fine. That's the point at which that should happen naturally. But for a corporation to try and influence this with children, I find that very disturbing. So Target has lost $9 billion in market value since angry social media users called for a boycott of the Minneapolis-based retailer over its rollout of the Pride collection featuring LGBT-friendly clothing for children. A week ago, Wednesday, before the controversy erupted, Target's stock closed at $160.96 per share, giving the big box chain a market capitalization of $74.3 billion. As of early trading on today, Thursday, however, the shares of the company were trading off 1% at $141.76 per share, capping a week-long tumble that has shrunk the cheap chic discount retailer's value to $65.3 billion. All right? That amounts to a 12% drop that has shaved a whopping $9 billion off of the company's market capitalization. How many times do these companies need to experience this type of thing, okay, before they just say, let's go in another direction here? The actual people that buy the product and the actual people that own the stock, they don't seem to be feeling us, sending this message out in the direction of children, okay? A lot of people were upset because with the Budweiser thing, the social media personality that they work with for that particular incident. A lot of people were upset because of the fact that a lot of that personality's content is directed toward children, okay? So we got a commonality here. Target said on Tuesday it was removing some items from its stores and making other changes to its LGBTQ plus merchandise nationwide ahead of Pride Month after intense backlash from some customers who confronted workers and tipped over displays. Now, let me say something about that. You might have a disagreement with a policy that a corporation has adopted. Keep in mind, the people on the front lines, the people who are actually working in the stores, are not setting corporate policy. People, come on, people, you know that, right? So when you go in and you start tearing up the store and acting violently and things like that, you're doing so to a group of people who have absolutely nothing to do with, setting these directions, right? So that's out of bounds. And I firmly believe that if you want to affect change, you need to use the gray matter, okay? Not violent acts, fisticuffs, any physical type of response. So to those who, I know no soldiers of finance are doing anything like that, but if someone who has a predilection toward doing that picks up this video, please stop. Since introducing this year's collection, we've experienced threats impacting our team members' sense of safety and well-being while at work, Target said in a statement on Tuesday. Given these volatile circumstances, we are making adjustments to our plans, including removing items that have been at the center of the most significant controversial behavior. All right. Target said that customers knocked down Pride displays at some stores, angrily approached workers, come on, and posted threatening videos on social media from inside the stores, out of bounds. That was just days after Target CEO Brian Cornell had defended the LGBTQ-friendly merchandise, saying it was the right thing for society. See, this is the thing. And again, I got to plug that documentary we're doing. We've got CEOs stepping outside of the role that they're supposed to play. This is Mr. Brian Cornell. You don't decide what's right for society, sir. You sell merchandise. That's your role as a CEO of a company. You sell this merchandise in such a way that will increase shareholder value. All right. And in order to do that, you must cater to your customers, all of them from all walks of society, and have them be satisfied or more than satisfied with your product. But here he is appointing himself as an arbiter of what the right thing to do is for society. We've got a dangerous trend developing of corporations believing that they are, again, arbiters of what's right, what's wrong. They're setting themselves up to be modifiers of behavior. And it's not working out well, okay? Target declined to specify Wednesday which items it was removing, but among the ones that garnered the most attention were, quote, tuck-friendly, unquote, women's swimsuits that allow trans women, okay, women, that implies adults who have not had gender-affirming operations to conceal their private parts. Designs by Abferlin, a London-based company that designs and sells occult and satanic-themed LGBTQ plus clothing and accessories, what a niche market, have also created a backlash. Okay. The Pride merchandise has been on sale since early May. Pride Month, of course, in America. Here is held in June. Let's see. Target confirmed that it has moved its Pride merchandise from the front of the store to the back of the store in some southern stores after confrontations and backlash from shoppers in the area. Now, for those of you who are outside the United States, you may or may not know that the southern portion of the country, swath of it, is considered the Bible Belt. Folk are usually more religiously conservative in those areas. So let's see. Is this guy tearing down a display here? Yeah, he's tearing it down, stomping on it. I just don't, not my cup of tea in terms of expressing dissent. Then we have, let's see, the political guys are now getting into it. We got Vivek Ramaswamy. He is a presidential candidate in the Republican Party, saying Target spit in the face of customers with trans-friendly Pride merchandise. Okay, so we got the conservatives doing their thing. But I think also a backlash is building up from the left, the LGBTQ plus community. So here we go again. We're seeing the same thing we see at Budweiser with you went for 50%, or far less actually, of the society, and you ended up pissing 100% of the people off. Our Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy slammed Target, claiming it spit in the face of its customers by releasing Pride and LGBTQ friendly line of tuck-friendly swimwear and apparel, including pro-LGBTQ plus messages for kids. Ramaswamy told Fox News that Target, which reported a $9 billion loss in market value, as we just reported on, since the controversy over its Pride collection, that the loss is not the result of a boycott. That's not a boycott. That's just a response to a company that chose to spit in their face. I have no doubt that many companies do find wokeness to be a good short-term trick, he said Wednesday, according to Fox News. Ramaswamy added that if a company makes a conscious business decision to alienate a significant portion of its customer base, then it's totally fair game for its customers to respond accordingly. Why can't we be friends? What was that group? The Village People. They sang that song. And they need maybe a 2023 version, a remix. Target's wokeness that the Republican presidential candidate was referencing came in the form of the tuck-friendly, garment. All right, so that's one side of the political spectrum that is upset over this. Now here comes the other side of the political aisle, the left, Gavin Newsom. He is, of course, the governor of California. He's saying, he's actually out there slamming Target's chief executive for pulling LGBTQ and Pride Month merchandise from store shelves. Quote, CEO of Target, Brian Cornell, selling out the LGBT plus community to extremists is a real profile. Encourage. Of course, he's saying that sarcastically. Let me continue. This isn't just a couple of stores in the South. There is a systematic attack on the gay community happening across the country. So there we have it, guys. They're being mentioned in all the wrong ways. Wake up, America. This doesn't stop here. You're black. You're Asian. You're Jewish. You're a woman. You're next. The California governor continued in the fashion of the left. They love division, especially the white liberal. The white liberal loves to divide for some strange reason. I think it harkens back to the Democrat tradition, back when the Democrat Party, they haven't been this apoplectic since Lincoln, told them they couldn't have slaves anymore, okay? Or back when Jim Crow was ended. These were look it up, okay? It's history some may not, be comfortable with, but the Democrats did all that. And that DNA is still in a lot of them. So they love to divide. So here we have Target. They have, in the process of getting excoriated from both sides. And Gavin Newsom's statements is going to probably cause some of the LGBTQ community to say, hey, look, let's take a look at this. Is Target doing us wrong? And now Target is in a hell of a mess, a no-win situation, just like Anheuser-Busch with Budweiser. Tangled web we weave. But, this is what you get when you don't want to serve everybody, okay? The companies that I run, guess what? I want to sell something to every person on this planet. That's my goal, okay? So I don't care what you're doing, in your adult life. All right, I want to sell something to everyone on the planet. And therefore, the way I market these services will be toward human beings. All right, that's how I market my services. Oh boy, so I don't know. Will Target be able to bounce back from this? Is it a good time to buy Target shares? They are down, right? Listen, speaking of companies, small companies that are run by people who are doing things to take advantage of this new environment we find ourselves in. Check out this video right here. This gentleman has said, I'm going to make crime pay. All right, these Democrats in these hellhole cities, they want, an environment where crime flourishes. Well, I can turn it into a money-making idea. See what this guy's doing. I think it's actually got legs to it. And it may give you some ideas on how to take advantage of this new environment. All right? Guys, I'll talk to you soon.